Okay guys, this is a coaching session for Pyke using Silver 5 on EU West. It's Kaiser, Pyke into Ashe Bard. It's looking pretty good actually for the Pyke because the Bard and the Ashe are very squishy and you can probably catch them out around level 2, level 3 if they overextend too much. Set up Kaiser quite nicely. Probably don't want to go all in, but definitely get a summoner out early and then play from there. Electrocute on Pyke, fleet work on the Kaiser. Pretty standard there. The one thing that is probably slightly surprising is fleet work on Bard, so I guess he's going to have a little bit more movement speed to try and run away, which isn't actually too bad of an idea against the Pyke. But let's just get straight into this. So you buy coin, 2 half potions, good.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Waiting for the blue buff to spawn. Coming down into lane. Okay. So you just want to try and obviously avoid volleys from Ashe, and after she's done the volley you kind of want to be a bit scary with Q. You should have noticed there that the Bard wasn't here for XP, so he's going to be XP behind. So Ashe will hit level 2 slightly sooner, but the Bard's going to be hitting 2 a lot slower. After Bard's used the Q and the Ashe's used the volley, you don't need to be too scared. You can move into this brush and show some more aggressiveness, to be honest. Bard seems to have disappeared again, so you should be going in here. Like here, it's a straight engage. So you either want to walk in a bit earlier, or you want to do E dash and then Q pull, and then just pull her in. Just try to do Q pull and then 2 auto attacks to proc electrocute and then back off. You don't want to go full dedication here. You just want to get some easy harassment here on the Ashe for free. It's a shame you get stunned there actually. You didn't need to E dash away though, but it's fine. You still want to be aggressive here. This Bard is super low level still. You still want to go for this Bard. And he's got no half potions in lane. He actually came into lane with a control ward. You can actually probably tell that straight away if you were to look at the lack of half potions in this Bard. So this Bard should be top priority, and the fact that he didn't buy any half potions. Like once again, you could just like E dash here, set up Q, and then pull in the Bard. You can still go in. Yep. Nice. Q E over. Ignite. Ignite needs to be quicker so that the heal doesn't take the effect, but the heal was late anyway from Ashe. That's good. Okay, now you're going to help push in the lane as quickly as possible just to shove it into tower. You could use a little help here. At this point as well, you should be looking at mid lane to see if it's roamable. See if you can get here and make a play. In this current time, doesn't look like it, so just stay down bot side for now. Also, it's super unusual for a support to go controlled first, but you should have recognized it from the items and gave that try brushing a little check there as well. You can stay in lane. Who picked up the kill? Kaiser picked up the kill. If I were you guys, I would probably push in this last wave and then recall, just so that Kaiser can go buy some boots or something. You should be helping. Push in a bit. Or you need to be a little bit more aggressive in the lane. Don't forget to pick up your coin. This lane needs to be pushed in. So Kaiser's shown that she wants to recall, and you need to help out a little bit more with auto attacks. Another really good. You could have E'd there. W out, W out, W out. A little bit slow there on the W out. You could have E'd there. I can understand the hesitance, but the Bard's already used flash. Ashe already used heal. Even if you were to take one tower shot there, you could have fight W'd away or flashed away. Could have probably got another kill there. You guys probably definitely want to go back though. I do want to see you a little bit more aggressive though in the lane. You're playing a little bit too far back with the amount of HP you have. Like, you could have been there for when Bard walked past here. You still really want to recall. Okay, now you've seen that they've got control with there. Okay, W now. You can get out of this. Right, now recall. Recall now. There's nothing else to be gained. Rammus is going to be down here for a while. Should recall. You're overstaying in the lane now. By the longest shot now. You could easily upgrade your GP5 here and get some boots. One thing I'd say about this, Rammus has literally just been here. Rammus was literally just here and you're starting up a fight again. Be very careful obviously when doing this. This is a good catch though, the Bard should die here though. Kaiser Mr. W. Got the kill still though. You want to help push in this lane though, you have to go back. You should be also attacking his minions and probably queuing the caster minions too. Just do a quick Q tap on the caster minions just to get them down low. Good grabs on the Bard though. Just needs a little bit more lane presence and acknowledgement when to buy. Decent control ward. I will say that Rammus is really fast, so that control ward isn't gonna help against the Rammus particularly. It's not gonna give you much warning. But it's I don't think there's much else you can do really, unless you can get like a sneaky normal ward here. Once again, you want to help shove in the lane. The enemy bot lane have recalled, so you want to deny as much XP as possible. So you need to shove in the wave as quickly as possible, and then you want to start thinking about, once this wave is shoved in, you always want to be looking into the mid lane and thinking about if you can gank there. And you're going to be hitting 6 very soon. Ashe is 6, Bard is underleveled. Definitely need to start thinking about making another play soon. Be careful of Rammus, as you don't know where Rammus is really, but having a ward here is kind of vital against the Rammus. Thanks, Smoke. Good that you're going with the AD carry. Okay, one thing you can do, because your jungler is so close here, I wouldn't ask for a dive here. I'd tell him to start doing dragon, push this wave in as quickly as possible, and then ping your jungler to do the Infernal Drake. Jax can like solo it for a decent amount of time, and then I know there's a scuttle here, but if you can shove them in and then force a fight, that's pretty awesome. Also, Lux, there's a wave pushed in as well, so you gotta tell your Lux to come over as well. That would be a good play. Okay, now in the Rammus spot side, you need to get ready. You need to quickly move in. Okay, what would have been better there? Firstly, you should have recognized that this was happening a lot quicker. You spent too much time in this bush. Ideally, you should have been around about here and moving around in this direction here into the tri-bush. But if you are going to come in from this angle, A, you need to W quicker, and B, just do, when you pop out here, do auto attack Q tap if you can, ideally. Or you could actually, okay, so you could 2 options here. You do auto attack Q tap to slow them, and then you go an easy dash over with a stun. Ignite, and then by then the Ashe will probably flash away. Your other option is to appear in front of her face, hold down Q for a really long time, until she wiggles on the spot enough, hook her in, and then dash over from there. But that will also probably get a flash. I don't think you get a kill here, but you definitely get Ash Summers here, for sure. Just a little bit more presence in lane. Like, you are ahead and right, back off again. You can see the Rammus is there. Okay, it's fine again. Not the best vision here. They might get a sneak peek of Rammus there, but it's not guaranteed that you're better see the Rammus there. You could also tell your Kaiser to freeze the lane here and tell her not to keep auto attacking and pushing the wave in so that it leaves the enemy overextended too. Might give you a chance to go in then. I think you can set up a play here. Yeah, instead of walking from this brush to this brush, you should have W'd. And then they wouldn't have known that you've walked into this bush. And then by the time you're here, they get the warning, and then you might be able to get a Q over. Just out pushing this that wave. It's too risky. The wave is constantly here, and it's just way too risky the entire time. I wouldn't feel comfortable sitting this far deep in the lane all the time. Just help push it in. Keep looking at mid if you see if you can make any plays there. You're getting to the point where by the time you've got 4 points in Q, you can literally just start spamming it. The cooldown's pretty low. Unlucky on the hook. I would put okay, no, I wouldn't. I was going to say I would have put controlled here, but there's no point because Jack's on the other side of the map. He's already taken the Herald, which is pretty cool for you. You've now seen the Z here. Your first thing is just to get out. Just W straight away and come back to your tower. You haven't seen that yet? You haven't seen that at all. You got to be careful of an Ash arrow here. Okay, now you definitely see the Z. You need to no. Your first button should have been E dash. E dash will try and slow down the Z a bit so that the Kaiser can maybe escape. Yeah, you're not watching the minimap at all. It's like super. They should have. No one saw the Z there. As soon as you see the Z, you want to E dash, just to try and give this Kaiser a chance to get away. Her best bet's probably up here. Or she could ult towards Z and just like flash heal, run away over here. It's a nice interrupt there on the Rammus though. You don't want to grab the Z in. Okay, the Kaiser survives. But there definitely needed be more map awareness there. You're not going to be able to interrupt this dragon, I'm afraid. You can just put a ward there, maybe. Yeah. Usually when a Lux sets up like that, she ults pretty quickly afterwards. So you're going to have to hook into her to make sure the ult still hits her. Push it. Once again, you need to push in the lane quickly because their bot lane have recalled. So you just want to push it in and deny as much CS as possible. Oh, I noticed on your items, I only just checked your items. You shouldn't be going Warhammer first. You should always go Lethality first. It's more damage. It's a bit greedy. Like, once again, you're doing no damage to the tower, really. It's not like worth it doing 60 damage auto attacks. You just want to make sure you just get this minion wave cleared out as quickly as possible if you are going to stay here. This is like overextending, but if you got to prioritize and clearing out the minions and then recalling. It's not about doing tower damage at this stage. Alright. Nice try. Just don't... yeah, that's okay. You could just do a Q tap there as well. Just to slow the Rammus down. Yes, nothing you can do there to save. It's just you guys kind of got too greedy. Should focus on killing the minions rather than bashing a tower. Good hook. You got mana for ulti? Yes, you do. Nice. You get the gold still. You'll have mana for hook soon. Mid's getting pushed in though. Just really cool. Also, instead of, I can't remember what you bought, but in terms of the Warhammer, you should always try and buy mobility boots like first outright before you buy DPS items. It's okay to buy a couple of longswords if you can't buy mobility boots outright. But no, the mobility boots needs to be first as well. Herald's being used top side. Okay, you're looking to roam to mid, which is okay. It's nice to see you try and roam, but I think it's like too late anyway. Okay, this Bard, have you got Ignite? Yeah, you had to run away there. Okay, you've already lost 3 towers topside already. I think because of the nature of this game, I think we're gonna have to stop this session because it's gonna be too... I'll watch the play here. Let's see what we do here. But it's just gonna be too unusual. Like getting a tier 3 like that quickly is super rare. Decent hook for the pills. Assume Kaiser walks in. That's a good stun. Back off now though. You've done your job peeling off. I can't really do anything until like another 5 seconds because of the cooldowns. Chasing here is okay still. Try and... yeah. Okay, what you need to do... alright, stop. You... if possible, from here, you want to try and ult the Ashe so you can get into her range and then your skills will be ready to slow her down soon. You haven't got much mana. You'd have enough for a Q. Yeah, yeah, top lane's rage quit. I think because of the nature of this game, I think we're gonna have to... is he AFK? Let me just super fast forward. Yeah, okay. Because of the nature of the game, it's 4v5 at this point. There's no point going into depth about it. Let's just focus on the things that you could have done to improve. So you need to identify when to push in the lane better. Identify when to push in the lane better. So when the enemy have died or if they've recalled, you want to shove in the wave in as much as possible to deny as much XP as possible. You need a little bit more presence in lane. You need to use the fact that they have used cooldowns and that you have an opportunity to go in. There's just a couple of things that you should have identified. That Bard had no health potions, that Bard missed out on a lot of XP as well, so you should have used that XP advantage a little bit more to be more aggressive against the Bard. Overall, your mechanics are generally it seems that you're getting used to the champion. It's not like crisp perfect, but it's getting there with time. I'm sure you'll improve. I would like to see you utilize the Q tap a tiny bit more, especially on minions, the caster minions, to clear out the wave a bit quicker. Yeah, it's just the main thing that was causing you problems in the bot lane, even though you were doing pretty well. You were doing pretty well in the laning phase in terms of catching up the bard and landing skill shots. It's a lot of minion management that you need to work on. Having the wave frozen at this point here is extremely bad because it means you can't E-dash in without taking tower shots. So if this wave is pushed in here, you want to help shove it in so that the lane resets all the way back up to here. Because if you leave it too late, then it just gets frozen here forever. And also while you're doing that, you want to try and make sure you've got at least a ward here to see any ganks that might come through from this direction here, so you don't get caught out with an easy gank path down this road here. But yeah, your Q hit rate seems on point. I definitely would say you're on the right track to playing Pyke. It's just focus on wave management control. Yeah. I think there's still a lot of things that you can improve in lane and wave management and presence in lane, but it's a good start. It's definitely a good baseline to work on from at Silver 5, and you can definitely make adjustments to that and you'll dominate bot lane like a lot more cleanly. But yeah, this game, unfortunately, this game is definitely a loss based on the whole situation on the other side of the map, which you don't necessarily had any say in. There's maybe a time you could have maybe have roamed mid, maybe if you pushed in the lane and nothing else was happening. Maybe you could have called for an Infernal Drake with the Jax instead of coming to gank bot maybe. But these things like ifs and maybes and the game was basically just a loss. So just focus on those laning phase things, and then I'll follow this up because this one was quite a quick one, and Corvus in a couple of weeks time maybe. We'll see how you're doing outside the laning phase in a proper game, and then we'll take it from there. But hopefully that laning phase should help a lot of your games as well. It's the same sort of rule set as well. Push in the minions when they recall, or if they're dead to deny XP, and if they use abilities like a Blitzcrank Q or a Thresh Q, you wanna then, that's your turn to make a move because you know they can't do anything. Okay. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Hope that helps you in some of your games as well. Hopefully you can use that and translate that into your own games as well. That's basically what I'm here for.